to Unboxing Women, where we expose the music and entertainment industry's dirty little secrets. Here we uncover the truth of what is hiding behind the gossip, the glitter, and the fame. I'm Dana, and I danced with L.L.L at a concert.
I'm Micah, and I see colours differently than a lot of people.
With us today is m0n0, a synth-pop artist from Poland based in Sweden with a debut single just out called L.L.L, Lift, Lift, Lick It. So tell us, m0n0, what is it exactly that you're licking?
Hi, really nice to be here. Thank you for having me. I really like that you caught the double meaning behind the song. It took a while for people to notice that there's multiple meanings to it. The whole idea behind the song came when I thought about lollipops and barbells, and thought that actually if you connect two lollipops, and I have a demonstration for you, if you connect two lollipops, they basically look like a little dumbbell. From that, it all just went really quickly to the whole candy gym universe, where I wanted to invite people in and have fun in a way that isn't constrained by anything. We brought color, glitter, and glam to the gym.
So tell us why powerlifting is so important to you, because you say in your it's obvious through your social media that powerlifting is a very big part of your life. How did that come? How did that come that it's so important to you, and how does that then translate into your music?
I discovered powerlifting probably around 10 years ago, but I was never really training seriously. And just when COVID hit, when I was in Stockholm with my family, I really needed an outlet, somewhere to go and just be on my own with my thoughts and try to focus on both physical but also mental health. And this is how I started my health journey and started training. And I discovered that powerlifting is an amazing community for anybody, regardless of age or gender and their ability. And since then, I became really entrenched in the community and started competing professionally as well, at different levels, but also organizing competitions for others. And now also being involved in the community as part of club membership and club leadership, which actually gave me a perspective on training and strength as a sort of a lifelong commitment. In the club I'm a part of, Täby Athlete Club in Sweden. We have lifters from 15 years of age all the way to 77 or 80 plus. And one of my best gym buddies actually has been competing for over 40 years and is a great inspiration. So this has inspired me to think about gym and the community in a different way. It's not just people that are extremely strong or extremely visibly strong or ripped. It's actually anybody at any stage of life or stage of their proficiency. That's why I thought about bringing in music to powerlifting and making it inclusive and fun. Not thinking about your before the journey or after the journey, but actually celebrating anything in between on your own terms. This is why the song is so quirky, and also it's meant to be a workout within 3 minutes. That's why I use repetitiveness in certain areas and the quirky xylophone hook to make you move and make you inspired to lift. And then tested it in the gym. Actually, people love it as a part of their workout.
That's so amazing. Cool. Yeah, that's really cool that you were able to do that. How much time do you spend on sport and in gym per week then?
I would say in a usual training cycle, I train about 3-4 times a week. It's around 10 hours probably. But I'm not an elite athlete. I'm maybe advanced at this stage. some of our lifters would train 5 times a week. So it's a big commitment. And it's not only the time in the gym with the weights, it's actually everything around your recovery, sleep, nutrition, making sure you control your stress levels as well. So it's a whole lifestyle where I think music is also really important. Like music when you train, music when you prepare for competition, and actually playlisting is also really important for us in the community, where we would create special playlists for competitions and support others with playing their favorite tracks when they do their personal best, which is really appreciated. So overall, time in the gym is one element, but also time outside and the whole holistic approach to fitness and health.
So you speak a lot about kind of music and lifting, but this is your debut single. And how have you been with music your life? Like, has that been something that's new now that you were inspired by, or has that always been something that's been in your life?
So I think if I remember correctly from what my mom told me, I think I wrote my first song when I was around 6. It was very simple. I sang it to the family, got an applause. And then I was always writing poems and songwriting, but I never really took the step to do anything about it. I always thought that, okay, there's going to be a time in my life where, I finally will go for an audition somewhere. I'm going to get discovered and things will hit off. So I had this big dream that, okay, so at some point when I'm ready, things will happen to me. But then I had kids. Now they're 8 and 10, and my career professionally has been in a good place. And then I realized actually I don't really need to wait for anybody, or I don't need to audition. I can just look at it as a project, as a hobby. So in spring 2024, I spent a weekend, wrote my debut album from all the notes that I had stored all around my Google Drive. And then I started talking to people and asking around, okay, I have this piece of work written. How do I get it to actually release it? And it was funny. At that point, I was in a parents' band at our local music school. And we were mostly playing covers, rock songs, a little bit of pop. And then I asked them, I have this, I wrote this album. Do you want to help me make some music? And they were like, but have you written any chords? And that was a realization that, okay, this wasn't the group of people to work with, perhaps. I actually need to find my own collaborators. So I'm not sure like how much of a dirty secret it is, but like in the collaborator and curator and creator economy, it's actually really, really easy to find collaborators online through different platforms, find freelancers. So this is how I started off, basically with finding freelancers to help me with different parts of the process. And not sure if that's a topic you want to explore a bit further, but there's freelance stories and horror stories as well.
Yes, I wanted to ask you further about that, because are you talking about websites like Fiverr, or
Yes,
there's Sound?
That's how I started, actually.
Fiverr.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us everything.
So actually, the first song I did over Fiverr was just to test if I can release anything, just to see, okay, how does it even work? You have a song, how do you produce it? How do you release it? Are there any tools? Which I guess might be a lot of very basic, naive questions, but for somebody who has been songwriting but never actually done any music, that's like might be like a mind block almost.
Yes, definitely.
So I think the first collaborator I found was an amazing British producer and a guitarist who has the service that you can send him lyrics and a vocal recording, and he will turn it around into a release ready or radio ready song within, I think, 7 days. So that was my first experience, and I wrote a little song in Swedish that I dedicated to my kids because I wanted to show them that I'm following my dream. And then I really liked that process. I set up my own TuneCore account, set up Spotify for artists. I just felt like, okay, now things are moving and I'm actually creating. And then I realized, okay, let's pick a song that I like the most out of all of the ones ready for work. And why not submit it for Swedish Melodifestivalen, which is our Eurovision qualification.
Yeah.
So that was last year in 2025. I think the deadline was beginning of September. And I found another producer based in the UK, and we were working on Lift, Lift, Lick It, but by then it was called Our Bodies Times Two. So I was working with this producer. He created a lot of really cool beats. The whole song structure, instrumental was amazing. I really liked the energy. And then I realized, okay, I have to record it professionally. I can't just record it at home on my phone. It's not going to be nowhere near the quality I need. So this is how I became a part of this creative hub in Stockholm. It's called The Node. Really amazing place, co-founded by Avicii's Foundation and Stockholm City and other actors within the creative space, where in an easy way you can get access to recording studios and best quality equipment, and you actually get help from audio engineers to get set up and record. So that's how I ended up in the professional space, and I felt like finally I can start recording. And I remember the deadline was approaching, and I sent my vocal stems that I comped to the producer to make the final mix. But actually he was really good with beat making and the instrumental side, but he actually couldn't do almost any vocal production. So we ended up with a really, really terrible version that now that I played to my friends as a sort of a joke. See, this is the journey of the track. This is unlistenable. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was Thursday morning where I realized, okay, this isn't going nowhere. We've done 3 rounds of revisions. I was on my way to work and I went to Fiverr looking for people that had sort of music or vocal production in their gigs.
Specifically,
specifically.
It's a very specific thing. It's not because you're a producer and you're good at music that you're good at vocals, definitely, yeah.
Yes. And I found somebody who had a really trustworthy picture, and he replied within a few hours and said, okay, send me the stems. I'm going to fix it. And I said, can you send it back for 10 a.m. tomorrow? Because I have a deadline at 12. And this is how I found Leo, who is my producer ever since. And he actually turned around and saved it. He listened to the ideas. He actually uplifted some ideas that the other collaborator didn't even hear. And that's how we ended up with this demo version. And then after the Melodifestivalen elimination, I wasn't chosen. Of course, it was a really high. It's very highly competitive process. I think this last year was over 3,800 submissions. So
yes, you're competing with like ex-winners like Loreen.
Yes,
it's insane there. Yeah, yes. But I mean, I think it's really great of you to not have been scared of that and to send your song anyway. I think that's really good.
I'm really proud of it because by choosing a deadline, I actually had a demo completed. Otherwise, it would probably drag on. And maybe I wouldn't have found the producer I'm working with right now. And since then, the song has gone through quite a few transformations. We had a very late pivot in the instrumental. Actually, the xylophone that is now, I think, part of the track identity was added very late. And it was sort of a piano freestyle that Leo added that I really like, that we then changed into xylophone. So it's been a great journey so far. And L.L.L is just the first track on the EP. I'm working on some other things.
Yes, well. What is next?
Next, I think we're going to go deeper, darker, but also more intimate. I have a few tracks on the EP called Secret Selfies, and each is sort of a snapshot of a life event or a secret phase of me or women in general. I have a track called Dating Distress, which is about all the mishaps that can happen to you when you're dating in modern life.
I love that. I want to hear
with
that
a lot
one.
of detail. It's actually sort of like a very bouncy hip hop inspired pop track, detailing a lot of mishaps that happened to me over the last few years, where I'm trying to reclaim the ownership of my romantic journey in a way that maybe isn't expected. So comparing, high-end women or women that are high achievers to women that are great drivers, that know how to change oil in a car and don't really need much maintenance, but actually want to experience life in a certain way. So that's Dating Distress. Then, since I'm recording at the Node, I have access to studios that are actually equipped with equipment from Team Avicii's studios before. I'm also recording a song called Snap, which is a deep dive into burnout and recovery from burnout. Which I've actually been through several years ago. So it's an authentic story of taking on too much and not really feeling in touch with your own mind, just focusing on achievements and taking on more and more until the moment where your mind tells you no, you need to slow down. So that's Snap. Then we have a few other tracks that are in the works. I will maybe not disclose everything so that there's a bit of surprise. But those are the two that I'm really excited to bring to the world.
I want to go back into what you said in your pitch to us to come on the show, because you were saying that you feel like an imposter, like doing a debut single at 37. Tell us where that feeling comes from.
It's probably because it's a different industry to what I'm used to. Professionally, I work in marketing. I'm highly specialized in marketing technology, also working within advertising tech. So it's a very, very specialized niche, working with data, tech, project management, and not that creative, I would say. The creative side is usually a different department. So in my daily job, I have to be very analytical, make decisions, assign budgets, run procurement processes and complex projects. So that's something that I'm really comfortable with. And when it comes to music, I had to discover the new language, like what does it mean to bounce something? What is a stem? Why you can't really add vocal effects when you're mastering, which is something that I've gotten as feedback when I was pitching to playlists. So I just felt like this was a whole new journey of finding ways around the new industry. But right now, I think also age is not really a factor for success. I actually, with what I've lived through and what I've experienced professionally and personally, I actually feel like I'm more than ever ready to tell a story in a more mindful way as well. But then the feeling of being an imposter comes and goes, I would say. Probably will get better as I release work and as I go through the whole
it doesn't get better
in life.
Sorry to disappoint, but it won't get better. Sadly, no. We've talked about imposter syndrome a lot on this show, actually, and it just keeps popping up, doesn't it? But you're absolutely right. It's just something really weird, and for us, we think it's really fed by social media, and because you can see all these other things, going on in the world. But yeah, I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying, and I think that, well, all these songs that you just mentioned, I'm literally, honestly, like, I want to hear these. The way you describe them, I'm like, oh, I want to hear this song because that's a situation where I've been in. So I want to hear what you have to say about it. And also with your marketing experience, I know it's like very much the tech side and the number side, but isn't that something that you can now that you're doing social media and posting? Okay, the creative side is one thing, but aren't you like super good at analyzing your own numbers now?
I'm really hooked on checking all my stats. Yes, I'm checking my popularity index every morning, and if it's going up, I'm really happy. I'm really proud to be into the double digits. I'm at 10, which I think for an independent debut, I can be proud. But of course, I'm working towards making it into 20s and beyond. I'm really detailed into how I assign budget. Since I'm self-funding, it's a combination of savings and my credit card, which I think is obvious. But like making a budget plan for how I'm going to actually create the release materials, where I knew from early on I really wanted to have high quality and human created assets. Now I think we're really flooded with AI visuals, AI videos, pictures. And I get this feeling of people wanting to have connection to physical things again. This is why I planned this whole professional photo and video shoot. And I knew early on I wanted to focus on short form videos as well. So that's where the planning, spreadsheets, and writing really good briefs helped. So that's the crossover from my marketing life.
That's interesting, because I would love to learn more about that, because as you're saying, your popularity index on what is it, Spotify, you're saying?
Yes. Spotify.
So I know that exists, and I've seen numbers for myself as Dana Rex, but I don't really know what it means. So maybe you should come on the show again and we can do a whole show about marketing numbers.
I would love to, actually, now that I've been through one release and I've created this sort of framework of how to do it. I'm actually helping my vocal coach with her EP release. We've just done a workshop just last Sunday around timelines and what sort of creative side she would see. So now I'm sort of on the verge of building a portfolio of other artists I'm planning to help. So once I have this framework more refined, absolutely, I would love to come.
Amazing. Yeah. So I do have a little bit different question still. You were just talking about your visuals. You wanted to make them real and human made, and you did choose like a very bright poppy visual for your music video, and there was a load of pink and all the lollipops and stuff. Obviously, it super fits the song. But you just said you were also going to have darker stuff on your next song. So how are you planning on creating that? Because it's like you created this vibe, and is it going to be something completely different for the next, or is it going to have like a theme that flows into each other? How's that working?
How I thought about it is to keep a similar color palette. So pink, purple, silver, little bit of glitter, but then between different singles on the EP, use different filters or tone it down. So that's how I'm planning to be coherent within the same EP. But then, of course, some of the tracks are not happy tracks. They have to be more introspective, toned down, maybe gray. But then I'm really hoping that throughout the whole listening experience, you will get to see the light at the end. That's actually The last song on the EP is called My Beam of Sunshine, which is a lullaby I wrote for my kids, coming back throughout the whole emotional journey of the EP to then finding meaning and actually realizing that there are people that depend on you, that give you purpose in life. So that's how I'm seeing the whole visual direction for the EP.
Amazing.
How did you make the big lollipop dumbbell?
Wow. So I can show you.
What was it, edible?
Yes, it was actually real candy. So these this is a unfortunately a cracked lollipop. Basically, I ordered custom-made 45 centimeter lollipops from
like a record of 45.
It had to be 45 because that's also the dimension of a barber plate, and it was a bit it was a bit of a, how do you say, it was a bit of a journey to get to how we're supposed to use them, or the idea was to actually load them onto a barbell. But since we didn't store them in the right way overnight, actually the hole within them shrunk. So we had to find I had to find another way to use them to make an impact. So instead of using them as a weight plate, we actually decided to crash the lollipop over the weight plate. That's how my signature visual came to be.
Wow. So I like this because it's, like shit happened and then you turned it into something amazing.
Yes, I would love to play you a video of how we're crashing the lollipop over a barber. And please listen to the crunch.
All right, let's go. Here it comes.
How do you feel when you've seen candy, glitter, and colorful barber plates all in one video? Does it make you feel anything?
Actually, for me, it was like, I want to go to that gym because they're eating candy and it looks a lot of fun. So yes, absolutely.
Actually, there's like a very authentic element to it, since powerlifters are known for eating candy during training and during competition. That's like one of the ways to boost your energy ahead of heavy lifts.
Is it like with marathoners? Like
probably it's all about like you're depleting your glycogen stores really quickly, and just getting some sugar in helps you perform.
Oh, I didn't know that this was a thing.
Layers upon layers.
Yes.
Yes.
Layers upon
lick
layers.
them all off and we'll get new ones every time.
And you know how in some of the in the video you can see the barbell is on a colorful background. Those are vinyl sheets. So it all came about very, very naturally when I was trying to find the best way to create my props. Since I wanted to have physical elements, I wanted to have colorful barbells. The first thing I did was actually thought about, I'm going to cover those rubber plates with vinyl. But I didn't know that vinyl and rubber don't really work together that well. Actually, I got a lot of help and advice from a vinyl wrapping workshop in Stockholm, who were so excited about the idea that helped me pick different paints and told me, okay, vinyl might not work, but this is what you should use instead. So I spent the whole month of December painting barber plates to fit my candy gym, and then the vinyl wasn't lost. It was used as a background, and we used them as training mats during the video shoot. So it all came together really well by accident.
Yeah, it's always amazing when that happens, right? So where can people connect with you?
I'm on TikTok, just hit 1.66 million views on all my videos. I'm really proud of it.
Congratulations.
And also Instagram, where you can see behind the scenes as well as see what I'm doing in the gym. And of course, there is a physical candy gym in Stockholm. So if you're around, this is the powerlifting gym, but we're planning to have disco trainings every Friday evening right now.
That's
So
amazing.
that's the physical place that you can visit.
That's great. So let's play your song right now. Why don't you introduce it?
This is Lift, Lift, Lick It, L.L.L. Welcome to the Candy Gym.
Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop. Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop. Energy flows up and low. 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 Oh, between our bodies. Hey, it's me. Out of the lovely fantasy. Breathe into the tempo of your dream. A happy melody. Hey, it's me. Lovely to see you sweaty and smooth. None of the bad vibes are here with you. You. Energy flows up and low. Energy flows up and low. Energy flows up and low. Oh, between our bodies. Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop. Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop. Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop. Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop. Look into my eyes, a spark of playful tease. In this dance we move with ease. Look into my eyes, a spark of playful tease. In this dance we move with ease. Here we go! Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop. Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop. Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop. Lift, lift, lick it. Lift your lollipop. Lick, lick, lift it. Don't ever let it drop.
Yeah, so that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Unboxing Women, and thank you, m0n0 J, for being on the show. If you have gossip to share, send us an email on hello@unboxingwomen.com. Send a DM or tag us in your post. And don't forget to give us a like on Instagram and Facebook, or subscribe on YouTube, or wherever you're listening to us. Today's guest, obviously, has been m0n0 J. My name is Micah Rose, and I've been chatting with Dana Rex. And tune in to another episode of Unboxing Women next week. See you then. Bye.
Bye.